Hey there, guys. This is Flamsaron, aka YouTube's Tasuke, and I've got some news that kind of surprised me, to be frank. Um, there's a little movie called Kung Pow that I may or may not have talked about on this channel. I'm sure I've talked about it on the podcast or somewhere. It's a kung fu comedy. It's like a spoof, like a parody. They took footage of an old movie called Tiger and Crane, I believe, and Steve Odekirk, the director, basically the person, like the guy who pretty much set up the entire thing, wrote, directed, and acted in it. Superimposed himself as the protagonist, and they dubbed over their lines and made original scenes. And it's done in a pretty like I. It was actually done in a pretty seamless way. I need to pick my words before I say them. Like, I didn't even know that it's like they had done all this. I knew that they had dubbed it, but I don't know. I thought it was just sort of like a typical comedy that they had made. But yeah, basically the news here is that Steve Odekirk is actually making Kung Pow 2, the sequel. Not necessarily Tongue of Fury, but he's actually making a real sequel. He was at this convention called Dragon Fest, and he announced it there, and it was covered on the podcast by Rio, or Rio, whatever you want to call him. And it shocked me because, like, you know, I have the movie on DVD, so it came with the commentary, and in the commentary, Steve Odekirk said, you know, he would like to do another one, but it just takes a lot of time, and that I kind of took that as him saying, no, I'm not going to do another one. And then I found this Facebook group called, like, Convince Steve Odekirk to make Kung Pow 2, and I decided to follow it just because, I don't know, maybe there was hope. And I saw that someone on there posted an interview with Steve Odekirk from Dragon Fest, and I was like, oh, that's cool. He was there. I didn't even think much of it. Like, oh, I don't know. Maybe I thought, like, the interviewer was just like, you should make it. But then Ryo posts a link to, like, a reveal, and the link just said Steve Odekirk, Dragon Fest, and I'm just like, oh, okay, maybe there's something there. I don't know. Like, I then I looked at the link and like, oh, he actually announced Kung Pow 2. Sweet. But wow, I was actually really surprised, and I'm really glad because I really like this movie. It's one of those movies that I can continue to watch over and over again, which I'm not really a big movie guy, so, you know, I'm actually really glad that this is coming out because I really wanted a sequel because I really enjoyed it, and I found it to be really funny. I still find it to be funny. I kind of wanted more. You know, it's kind of like the Tales series or Symphonia a little bit, or Champions of Earth, where I wanted more, and we're finally getting more because I watched, like, the altered scenes, the deleted scenes, and we're getting it. We're getting it. I don't really have any concerns with it besides maybe like, was there a sequel to the Tiger and Crane movie, or was there footage they can still draw from? Like, I wonder, like, how exactly they're gonna do it. Or maybe that'd be funny if it's, like, not even that's like a completely original movie, which I kind of hope it isn't. I think it would be funnier if they actually take from an old movie, and I'm sure there is some old obscure movie that they can take from. But, you know, they'll have to. It'll be interesting to see how they do things and how many of the returning people who are still alive in the lore of Kung Pow return. But I'm really excited about this, and I'm definitely going to try and see it in theaters. But it's going to be awesome. This is turning out to be a pretty good year for cool stuff and nostalgia and more cool stuff. But yeah, I can't really think of anything else to say. I'm looking forward to it. I'm gonna definitely go see it, or at least get it on DVD and Blu-ray combo pack because it's that good. But I actually, like, once I got the news came, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna watch it again. So I pulled out my. I haven't watched the movie again yet, but I did pull it out. I might listen to the commentary uh, while I work on homework or something because I'm doing summer school. But yeah, that's really all I have to say about it. I'm looking forward to it. I think it's gonna be awesome. So yeah, thanks for listening, and I will see you guys next time. And I hope this movie is badong, or not badong. It needs to be ginadab. It needs to be ginadab as possible. It needs to be the opposite of badong, ginadab. No one's gonna get that unless you've seen the fucking movie. You should go watch the movie, viewer. It would really make me happy. It was on Netflix at one point, but they took it down. But anyway, bye.